Hello, in my continuing video, today we're gonna take a look at the Hydreigon in the Open Ultra League. Open Ultra League is available right now. We also try out our XL Deoxys defense. I don't know if I actually put this into a video yet, but yeah, we have this thing. I am rated enough to get the XL candy. This is a rank 2 Deoxys defense, even though I think even a higher rank is a little bit better than like rank 2. I like more attack actually. But yeah, we still run with this thing here, and we are very bulky with this Pokemon. You saw like my video about Hydreigon previously for the Great League when we had the community day. If you haven't done this yet, check this out, because the team actually worked out so well that I went 9-1 with it. And now I'll kind of try to use this team in the Ultra League as well after the game is fixed, which is amazing for me right now. I didn't have a single bug. By the way, I'm also going to talk a little bit about this right now. But yeah, we're going to talk about the team. I basically tried to replicate the team that I used into Great League already. In Great League, I had the Sableye Swap, which of course there's nothing really similar to this in the Ultra League available. So I thought, I'm just gonna use my Snorlax, also kinda weak to fighting types, which you kinda want to bait out, as you have the best fighting type answer on Elite here, which gonna be your Deoxys defense. You're not as weak against Charm users, which are more common in the Ultra League. And then you have basically, hopefully, your Hydreigon in the back, which can deal with whatever they have in the back. And you see here we have the Trevenant against us. It is beautiful. But this thing also basically cannot take a hit. And this is kind of the awkward thing with Hydreigon here. I actually feel that Hydreigon in Great League has more play than Hydreigon in Ultra League. And that is kind of sad, to be honest, because I expected a little bit more from this Pokemon in general. It is very squishy, it just doesn't really have the matchups. If you think about it, like before in the Great League, you had Trevenant, which you here now as well have, and you see me here find down my opponent with this Pokemon. But like you had Trevenant, and you had, for example, also Sableye. Basically on every team, especially Sableye, all the time is a Say Swap, and you were able to basically completely hardwall this, and that was always pretty nice. And nowadays, yeah, like you basically have Trevenant, which is way rarer. I think I faced like 2 Trevenants in 12 games, so not the best. I still went positive in one set with this team, but I also went 0-5 in one set with this team, so like it's kind of hit or miss, I guess. It's definitely not as good as it was in Great League. In Great League it was way better. But this is just a different meta. But like, if you think about it, you have Cresselia, cool, you have a Psychic type, but you have also like Moonblast as an option, which nearly everybody runs on it. So like Moonblast will completely one-shot you, and you have no chance to live this. And like Cresselia is a horrible matchup for you, even though you're a Dark type and it's a Psychic type, Psychic type. But then other Psychic types like Deoxys defense has Counter, has Rock Slide. It's a horrible matchup for you. You will not win this matchup. So, yeah, Hydreigon has basically not a lot of plays here. Like, even against Snorlax, you have Superpower, which is super effective against you. There's not really, other than the Trevenant, a hard wall for you. Well, like a Pokemon that you can hard wall, but like, even Trevenant is kind of awkward, as you saw like before. Shadow Ball still does more than half of your health. It is resisted. Of course, you're still gonna win every neutral shield scenario, but it's still kind of awkward. And then you have so many Scrafties in this meta available, and if you have like Snorlax as a Say-So, for example, and your opponent goes into a Scrafty, you kind of already lost, because yeah, Scrafty has also access to Foul Play, which is going to be able to hit your Deoxys defense for super effective, and after it boosted up against your Snorlax, you're kind of screwed, to be honest. But yeah, we have basically a fixed game right now, which is kind of nice. After seeing the reconnection there, it's kind of hilarious. But I didn't have a single problem. And I saw some people didn't understand what is meant with like fixed, or like how it's actually functioning. What is fixed is that now every time you basically throw your charge move at the same time as your opponent would be at a quick move, your opponent will get the move through. You're as well gonna get the move through. This is how it's supposed to be. I saw a lot of people complaining, oh, now everybody gonna sneak in. That's not how it's supposed to be. Everybody should deny, right? No, that's not the case. Deny was the problem. Sneak through was not the problem. Actually, like, I can understand why people mix this up, to be honest. Like, it's basically broken for 2 years straight. So unless you played in the beginning, you most likely think, oh yeah, like if I throw my move, I should deny my opponent. But actually one charge move usually counts, like if you throw the charge move, it usually counts as a 1-turn move, which means your opponent should get the quick move through. It was before a bug that the opponent didn't get the quick move through like 50% of the time, completely inconsistent. So this is completely fixed now. I don't think I had a single situation where I didn't get the fast move through or my opponent didn't get the fast move through as well. After like throwing moves here right now, like there's a lot of times when you just swap in and throw your move where your opponent didn't get the move through. But this was not how it's supposed to be. And now basically all this is fixed, and this is really amazing because this is basically what we really needed for ages. And now it's finally a fair playing game, like in general. I went to the regionals. If you saw the video about my regionals, which also basically my face reveal, if for the people who still don't know how it looked like. Yeah, like you see how often I completely get screwed by this, and also like those were like the games on the stream back in the day there in Bremen were the best games out of them. Like the phones were the best on stream, like the other phones were even way worse. So like seeing games getting decided by a bug that's basically completely consistent, like you have like some I don't know, like some people can deny more, some people couldn't deny more. Like it's so inconsistent now. It's basically gonna. It's actually a fair playing field. It's just so nice to see. I hope that it's gonna be stable. But people already figured out like a bug or like whatever, like they already saw like a bug again in this current code, which they have to fix, where you sometimes, if you see like error, I think 1, 2 dots and then like 1000 or something, if you see this, you should restart your game. I don't know if it actually helps with the bug, if the bug is still available, but it's basically you queue up against your opponent. You see that you get a match, and then you completely like instantly basically get out of the queue and says like error 1000 whatever. And if you queue up again, you gets basically into the match with what's it called, an auto-rec team. Like you cannot choose your team, and you also don't even see what your auto-rec team is. You have 3 Pokemon, but you don't see your other 2 Pokemon. You only see your lead. You cannot swap. And if your lead basically dies, you're gonna get automatically after 10 seconds put into your next Pokemon, which is also auto-rec. So like there's a bug, but I think this bug can be fixed pretty easily from what I think in terms of like programming. I basically study stuff like this as well a little bit, so I think this is not really a big issue, to be honest. I think this is fixable, so I hope that they're gonna, like, they know about it. Like I know that they know about it, so I think that they're gonna address it and most likely fix it, so like it should be fine someday. But right now, like, the game state is so much better than it was before, and it's just amazing to see. But yeah, we have some gameplay here with Hydreigon, of course. Hydreigon actually got a really good one for Great League and Ultra League in Shiny. The one that you saw like for Great League was of course not Shiny. This was Dano I actually caught before in some event, which had very decent IVs for Great League, and I just thought, okay, I'm just gonna prepare all my thumbnail and the background graphics or whatever based on this, because you see on my background graphics are always the IV spread of my Pokemon, and for me it just saves some time so I can get the content out faster. So that's why I use this one, but I have actually a really decent one for Great League that's Shiny. Maybe I build this. Very likely I won't build this because the other one is also fine. This team doesn't really have a best answer against Registeel. This team is way better against Registeel in the Great League. Again, I tried to basically mimic the team that I had in Great League that worked so well. So in Great League I had Sableye, which was way better against, I mean, it was like I think it was way better against Registeel compared to Snorlax. Snorlax is still not bad, by the way. Look at this beautiful catch on the Focus Blast, as we see the Tapu Fini coming back in here. Yeah, like we had a better match up there, and also Deoxys defense was carrying the Thunderbolt for potential Azumarill, and here you really want the Rock Slide because of all the Talonflames, which you just see here right now. I have to catch a move here, and I also have to predict my opponent here, and my opponent gonna bait me here, which is kind of awkward. So I'm forced to catch the next move, and we're gonna see, like, he needs one more quick move after this one. I can go to my Brutal Swing. If I catch here, win. If he doesn't throw, he throws after 1 only, which is kind of crazy. And we see my opponent leaving me at 1 HP, getting enough energy to get to another move. And if he needed one more quick move and didn't, like, literally keep me there with 1 HP in a dream, I would have been able to win this game. Like this, I'm not. Good game to my opponent though, like if he like undercharged, they very well play. If he didn't undercharge and he was just lucky, that's the game we play. Like I'm totally fine right now. This is the thing right now. I either lose because of bad team comp, which happens if you play meme stuff like Hydreigon, to be honest, or because I misplay. And I don't lose because of lag anymore, and I don't lose because of denies anymore, and I don't lose because of sneaks anymore. And this is so nice, to be honest. Like I'm okay with losing. Like literally, this was always the thing that really bothered me. I was always really, really frustrated of losing games if it's not because of my own mistake or like because of things that just happen, like RPS happens, like you can get just hard counter, this just happens, it's normal. Like you will not see any team that doesn't get RPS someday. But I was always annoyed if like the game screwed me over, and like this time around, like the game cannot screw me over again because the game actually works, which is just amazing to play. Like I really enjoy Go Battle League right now, and I'm even more hyped for the next season of Go Battle League. Imagine like the fixes right now with the addition of new move changes, maybe a new reward system. We don't know. I don't know either. Like I'm not teasing anything or whatever. I don't know anything, to be honest. Like it's gonna be nice. We see the Obstagoon here, and this is actually my favorite game. You can see me here going for one Rock Slide. I tried to catch my opponent's move, and it did work out really, really well. You remember, they have a Nidoqueen in the back with like 1 HP in a Dream, okay, a little bit more, but we can just farm them down. They go back into the Obstagoon now, and I was like, there has to be a Tron in the back, right? Yep, and we're gonna be able to win the game pretty easily. So, actually, this is definitely going to be a short battle. Like, hello, Hydreigon completely destroys everybody. But we see the SGF coming in against us here right now. Goes straight for the Mega Horn, which I respect because it does an amazing amount of damage here. But they sneak in the move here, which is fine because, like, I guess I didn't throw my leg perfectly, which means that I don't get to another move, which is kind of awkward, but happens. And we're going to try to farm all the way down. And we're also going to try to, of course, shield the Mega Horn here, and we might get a Psycho Boost here on my opponent's Revenant. We should be fine of hitting this one here, and boom, this gonna hit and does so much, like so little damage. This yeah, Tapu Fini in the back, like hard counter there, for example. This is the thing that I actually kinda find interesting. Ultra League is so weird. Like I usually don't really like Ultra League, especially the non-XL version of Ultra League, because like you don't do damage. Like of course, yeah, this is super effective and still did like 60%, but it's fine. But even like a superpower against a Scrafty, like it does seem to do like next to nothing. Ultra League is way bulkier, for example, than like Master League, so it's like so awkward to play in my opinion. I really don't enjoy Ultra League if it's not the non-XL version. Like for me, XL makes Ultra League so unbearable that it's kinda awkward. That being said, tomorrow you're also gonna get an Ultra League video about a Pokemon that just got released. I think you already know which Pokemon might be, but we have to still see. I still have to do my battles after I'm done recording here. And we see this Scrafty coming in here. We're gonna go for one Psycho Boost here. We're gonna go for the KO. I hope this works, and they're gonna let it go. It works. We can swap out into the Registeel. And this game is over already. We're just gonna try to play it out to see how much a Brutal Swing can do against the Registeel, and see if they have maybe a Flash Cannon, which they didn't. They have the Focus Blast, and we see this does, of course, way less than in Great League. That's why I like Great League a little bit more as well. Like, why does it do like so little? I don't like it. And yeah, this thing is pretty low now, and this is basically it. Like, I have no chance of winning this game anymore. As we see the Gyarados coming in, finishing me off. But I'm pretty sure the last game is actually pretty insane as well. Maybe also worth a short. I'm not sure yet. We will see the Deoxys against the Registeel. Again, Registeel is kind of awkward to deal with. How do I deal with this in this kind of scenario? We're gonna stay in here for a little bit. We're gonna try to keep like our Deoxys doing some damage here. I don't really want to throw any charge move, especially after the debuff. So I'm gonna swap out after we having now 99 energy, I think. This is 99. I don't think it's actually 99. I think it is it? No, it's actually 98. I think it's 98. Yeah, it's 98. 98 energy. We see the Deoxys defense coming in here against us. We can go for some body slams. We can lick them down and we can do some nice damage. Actually, still with our Snorlax. Snorlax is a bulky boy. Snorlax gonna force my opponent to throw a charge move here. We see the Rock Slide coming through. We can go for the double Rock Slide. As we know, our charge move damage doesn't do anything to my opponent's Registeel anyway. We're gonna go for another charge move here. The Rock Slide comes through and actually KOs my opponent's shiny Deoxys defense. moves as we see the Registeel approaching, and we just gonna try to farm all the way down with our counter. But I don't know what they have in the back, and I hope it's not a hard counter again, because we're swapping out here and it's all Shadow Warrain and this game is over. There is nothing I can do. What am I supposed to do here? We get the shield at least from my opponent. They overfarm, of course. They're gonna try to get to 2 moves here against us, as this is gonna be very nice for them, as we're gonna have to shield this move up anyway. And they're gonna win anyway now, because like, yeah, they have a Registeel still, like they have a lot of help on this thing. We're gonna farm up a little bit extra, as much as I can. I'm gonna go for the Rock Slide. Does this KO my opponent? It does. And I'm gonna be able to go for the Psycho Boost. Does this KO my opponent's Registeel? It does not, but we can farm down with 1 HP and a dream. Thanks all for watching. See you next video. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.